Okay, I am really excited to speak in English because we filmed the last 2 episodes in Spanish, and I'm very proud of myself for
Yes,
being
you
able
were
to do it.
awesome. You were great.
Thank you. But there's something inside of me that wants to get out. So I am very,
Okay.
prepare yourself. Okay, so this is a very special episode because this is the first one where we're announcing that
You guys are gonna be uncles and aunties.
yes,
Because this incredible woman is expecting a child.
no,
No?
the worst way to put
You're
it.
expecting.
Yeah, but we are.
We are pregnant.
She is going to. Oh my God. Okay. My fault for reeling it to you. I should have kept it. But yes. So yes, I'm 13 weeks pregnant. And today wanted to share some of the topics. It's one of the questions that you got from one of your good friends. Could you share it as a thing to kick off our episode?
Okay. Well, I thought that you had stuff wanting to come out.
I do.
Okay.
You just wait.
So my best friend asked me, what have changed in you as a man now that you know you're going to be a father? Great question. Mm-hmm. And I told him that it's not that something changed after I knew. Things started changing when I decided that I wanted to be a dad and to give you what you need to feel comfortable having a baby. Because we've been trying for, like after our honeymoon, like for 7 months, let's say, right? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't happening. And I thought before, I was telling everybody, like, yeah, like no worries. Like as soon as we want to do it, it's going to happen. And you were like, no, Lo, that's not how it works. So you were right.
There's the egg, there's the sperm. Oh my God.
So not all the seeds
Blossom.
Yes. But then after I asked you one night if there's something going on with you that maybe you were doubting. Because on my side, I was like 100% yes, I want it. And then you shared with me all of your concerns, which they were pretty reasonable. You know, where are we going to have the baby, insurance, money, where are we going to be living, and all of those questions. And then once you gave me that opportunity for me to put you at ease with all of those questions, and then as a team, we talk about it and we plan like a whole vision, then I feel that you were already pregnant. Like it could happen in any moment. And then the journey as a father has begun.
Well, and actually that happened. Like it was right after that conversation that we found out that I was pregnant. Like that was really amazing to me that it was like
it was just waiting there to blossom.
Yeah, because you had always said like that maybe it was something more emotional. Maybe that was stopping us. And I was like, no, we just haven't done it like right on the right day.
Yes.
Like I was very practical.
That comment caused me a couple of arguments.
But
do you want to say something about it? Maybe that's maybe that's what you had inside wanting to come out. It's like, you were so right, husband. No?
I was before you said that. No, but really it's true that in that moment, or when it did all come together, it was right in the moment when I had fully embraced, like, yes, I'm ready, without realizing.
Yeah, that is crazy. So I'm happy that we said this out loud for anyone listening that are trying to conceive. Definitely a factor to consider.
Yeah, beyond just the biology, there's so much emotional, internal stuff.
And to add to that, it wasn't that I had the perfect plan or we come up with the perfect plan, because like you said in the previous interview, things can change. And I asked you, do you think that it was actually those things that make you feel at ease, or there's something that changed in your mindset about it that put you at ease? And you said it was the second.
It's fully mindset because, well, it's being able to say these things out loud too, I think, because there were a lot of doubts that I held that I didn't necessarily express to you. And so it's just feeling like I've been able to share what's inside, to know that we're on the same page. And yeah, it's not like we know exactly everything that's going to happen, that we have we have like a big bank balance waiting for any emergency and the perfect insurance plan or anything. Yeah, way less that we're stepping with a lot of faith.
Which is, I think, the key.
Yeah, that it was choosing to trust in you, in our family, the support of our family and friends, the support and that we're being taken care of.
Yes. And more than me, I will say trust in us together, that we will figure it out and we will be fine. But I think our faith had to be aligned. And once we align our faith, then we start addressing all the practical things from a different place.
Different energy, as a team, not from a place of fear, but like
not letting money to limit us. Like I love asking the question, okay, if it wasn't for money, where would you like to have the baby? Where would you like to live? And I love asking that question now because it is truly a belief.
It's crazy how many things in life we limit ourselves because we think we have to be practical. And I think that ties into the next thing that we were talking about a little bit earlier about having big goals and dreams for life. And does that change when you have kids? Because it's pretty common that we hear, oh yeah, I always dreamed of doing this, but then I had kids and, I had to focus on them. I had to sacrifice for them. And yeah.
Yeah. I just asked a very good friend of mine who has been a very good friend of us. They recently became, well, not recently, like 5 years ago, but now they have 2 kids. And I know that he is an ambitious guy, both of them. They want to achieve a lot of things. They want to build a good life. And I asked him if he had dreams or goals in the past, and if those dreams are gone for now that he has kids, and then he put that as a priority. And I love his answer because it aligns with our answer to that question, which is the dreams that we have, the goals that we have, they're for a reason. There has to be a North Star guiding those goals, financial goals, development goals, growth goals, independency goals. Why do we want all of those things? Not just it's cool to have more money, but it's money for us to be able to keep traveling and keep educating our kids through these experiences. So then all of a sudden, these goals actually become more powerful because they have a why. But you need that why. And I think the why became bigger for us when we knew that it was happening, that you were pregnant and then it was on. Like we are going to start this journey together. So to answer the question of my friend, if anything has changed, I think everything changed since I know I was going to be a dad. Before, when I decided I want to be a dad. And I think every single parent will agree, because I've been hearing this so many times, like everything changes. But that could mean a lot of things. Like you said before, some people might say, well, that changes because now I cannot pursue my dream because I need to take care of the kid, right?
Yeah.
That is a very, like you said, victim mindset mentality, because he's blaming because of the kid. Now I won't be able to pursue this anymore.
Yeah,
but then the other one is, no, this is great because now I have a bigger incentive to go after those dreams, or even question my dreams. Like, do I actually wanted them, or are they going to be good for my kid?
Yeah, I think that's the key that I'm seeing that you're making me realize right now, is that it's not so much one or the other. It's not like my dreams versus my kid's future. It blends, really. Like, I feel when I look at how my parents raised me, I feel that they were very intentional with raising me. They did a lot for me, but it never so much saw it as like a sacrifice for me. It was like they wanted it too. Like we would travel as a family, and for us, traveling was very much like education. Or we would go to conferences, like traveling for economics conferences, not to sit on the beach.
You mentioned before that your parents were kind of different when you were not in the picture, but once you came, then they start working together as a team, and then they have the goal of taking you on all of those trips with the intention of educating you. It wasn't just, we're going to send you to this school, but we're going to make sure that Kenli get exposed to different cultures and people as part of your education. It wasn't, let's take a few months off so then we can just see, other places just for fun.
Yeah.
It was with an intention.
Exactly.
Can you tell me more about that intention that your parents had?
Yeah, well, I guess that actually started with my grandparents too, that at least I know from my grandparents that they would take students. My grandfather was the principal of a school and my grandma was a teacher, and they would arrange summer trips and take students to travel Europe or something. And my dad grew up going to these things.
Oh, wow.
And so,
that's fun.
Yeah. And so for him, it was like solid that summer was for traveling, exploring new cultures,
I love
exploring.
It makes the whole last name become more powerful all of a sudden. School end.
School end. Yes, we're a long line of educators and like real education. That's something I'm very proud of from my family line, that real knowledge of life, I think, not just title.
I agree. Not just information.
Yeah, exactly.
But understanding of the world.
Yeah. And so obviously my mom, growing up in China, she came to the US, had never traveled anywhere before because that wasn't possible in China at that time. And she adjusted to do it like immediately, actually, even before we had money as a family to travel. She made sure that I would be sent somewhere to some family member to be able to experience something outside of our culture.
How old were you when you were sent to your first trip?
My first solo trip was when I was 6 years old. And
Where?
I flew to my grandparents in Texas.
From Hawaii.
Yeah, from Hawaii. And I always remember I had my dad's business card and I talked to the people next to me on the plane the whole trip. At the end, I'm like, here's my dad's business card. Let's keep in touch.
I love it.
Oh my God.
Networking.
They had a slipper factory, I remember.
A what?
Like a sandals factory.
Factory. Okay.
But
wow, good memory.
And then when I was 8, my mom arranged for me to visit an aunt that are my wealthy family members, so that I could experience. It was only a week, but she wanted me to experience different things, like different cultures, like to not just be like, oh, they're the rich family and then we're not, and stuff like that. And so those were some of my first trips. And then with time, she never wanted to be a teacher. Actually, this is a good example of changing your dreams, because she never wanted to be a teacher. She always wanted to be an entrepreneur. But she chose to be a teacher so that we would have the long summers together. And then she embraced it. I guess once you become a school end, it changes you. But yeah, so she made in a way that sacrifice. She changed her dreams, but it was for a bigger dream of us as a family.
Yeah, Chris said that in the message, that those dreams and goals can change, but they're all changing for the same reason, which was you or their kids. Yeah. So your mom chose you.
And it wasn't like she sacrificed for me, but yes, I know we always lived very tight. Like we didn't have money for anything else except my education. Like that was the thing. The one thing I knew super clearly from a young age is like every penny goes to your education. Yes. But I always felt it as a circular thing. That wasn't like just for me. It was for us as a family and for the mission of our family. Because
the person that your mother is today and your dad is today is a a big part is because of those experiences that you had together as a family, traveling to different worlds. I don't think education stops until you get to a certain age.
Oh, yeah,
It's just a
no.
decision. Once you know that you know enough or you know better, I think that's it. Like you're done.
Yeah.
But as long as you keep being open, that your education is still in process, I think it's beautiful. And that's what I love about you, Love, that that's how you operate, I think.
Yeah. Well, exactly. That's why I don't feel like they sacrifice. Like my mom had never traveled in her life before having me. And she started to travel, you know, she picked places she wanted to explore and things like that. And so, yes, it was for me, but it was a balance of what she wanted. And I think the mission to educate me empowered her. And I feel that for us, I feel like when we have kids, there's something in me that tells me that we're going to lock in so much more and do so much more because we're going to have that incentive, that push to want to get out, show them things, do more things. Because for just us, we're comfortable sometimes, you know, we're pretty happy.
I like that because recently I read that lack of motivation and lack of alignment is different. So lack of motivation is when you want to do something, but then you don't have the energy to do it. You don't have maybe the time to do it. And everything feels like hard. Versus when you have lack of alignment is when you do have the energy, you do have the talent, the skills and the resources, but then you don't know where exactly to put it. You know, maybe it's the business, maybe it's our online presence, maybe something physical that we want to build.
Yeah.
And now
so
with the
it
baby,
changed.
it changed. The baby, or the more than the baby, is just the vision. Because like I said, the baby was the trigger for us to revisit our vision that we created and we visit every year.
Yeah.
But then we put it there, and then now we have to introduce the kid and then keep dreaming about the life that we want to build. So that vision was the one that aligned us again.
Yeah.
And now we feel that we're not wasting our time or our energy or our resources because of it.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's true. I will say it's not like having the baby, knowing that I was pregnant didn't like completely change everything and make me suddenly focused and excited about life. Like I was actually super demotivated like around week 7 and 8, I think. I just had no interest in doing anything.
Because this was before we sit down and get aligned with our dream life.
Exactly. So yeah, I'd say that it's definitely the thinking about the action of thinking about our vision, really planning it, and building steps together to align, to, you know, get everyone on our team aligned, think about where we want to be in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. That brought me back to life, really, because it was horrible.
For example, give me a day in a life before you felt aligned versus a day now that everything is just flowing crazily.
Yeah, well, in the worst and recent memory was just, I thought, okay, maybe I should be fatigued in my first trimester, and okay, I'm gonna like listen to my body and not push myself as hard, but I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to go exercise. And I know I want to do this podcast. I want to be creating content. I want to be doing something, building something, but I just didn't feel like it at all. And for me, actually, a big sign is when I usually don't have games on my phone, but sometimes in these moments I'll like download one and I can
Which are
just like
very nerdy games. They're not fun games. I don't know if I will call them games, just for you to
like
know.
logic puzzles.
She's trying to cure cancer with these games.
Because I was like, oh, if they're like nerdy math ones, there's no way I could get lost in it still. But when I can find myself like spending too much time doing something and I know way too much time has passed, then that's like the sign to me, like, where did your passion for life go? If you spend too much time not living your dreams or not fulfilling your promises to yourself, you start to lose confidence that you can. And so even if you ask yourself, where do I want to go in life? You don't believe that you could get there. So that, I think that just brings you down even more. But I think
it is a process, but it's incomplete. I think
Yeah.
just dreaming and building a vision for the sake of building a vision without following the next step, which is, okay, how do I fulfill this vision? Because ultimately, I think what you want is just to know where to start. So then you can take action. Because it's when you take action that is where when we start really taking action towards that dream life, is that our energy came back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
exactly.
were even more pregnant than before, but
Even
then
more pregnant.
you did have energy to work out,
Yeah.
to meal prep,
So
to
much
focus.
so that I was scared that like I'd lost the baby because I felt so good. I felt so normal again.
Yeah.
But yeah, now life is so different since setting that plan. So I'd say, yeah, it feels beautiful. You asked me earlier what's the difference, what it feels like. And so the before was just not knowing why, not everything felt so hard. Like to get out of bed felt hard, to cook felt hard, to just put down my phone. Everything just felt so hard because I didn't know why and I didn't want to. And it just was tough. And then now it's like stuff still can be hard, but it's different. It's doable now. And our energy, our like just daily energy, I think I'm sleeping less. It's still a good amount, but my energy is just completely different towards everything, towards working out, to cooking, to things, because I know what I need to do and I know why. And that gives me so much peace that I don't think I have to fight all this weight of what are you doing with your life? Why are you doing it? What's the point? To just take a step. I just take a step.
So what do you think is the real issue when people say, I don't know what my purpose is? And because of that, they don't know what to do with their life. And they go into this negative spiral because they think as soon as they know what their purpose is, then they know what to do. But what do you think is like the underlying problem? Because it's listening to you, I don't think it's the lack of purpose.
Yeah, I'd say this is huge, something that we need to unpack over a lot of conversations, because we've been questioning this for a long time. And I think it's not so much just asking what's your purpose, because that, again, just makes you feel more lost and more confused. I think for me, what's really, really making the difference now, this time, was setting shorter term goals. First, setting the goal for 1 year, I'd say. Like, we did a vision plan for 5 years, but and really sat with what do I dream about and things like that. Like, and that was beautiful, but I think what made the difference was the 1 year, and then especially the 12-week plan. Because there's something about like trying to decide your whole vision for life and your purpose and your calling and this, and it's just overwhelming.
Yes, you don't know where to start.
You don't know where to start, and you feel so insignificant. You feel so far and inequipped to achieve it that it just makes you feel worse. Like you crumble into nothing. But I think, knowing that this for 12 weeks, this is our plan. These are the 3 things we need to do every week, and that's it.
It is possible.
Is mind-blowing, because it's like, I don't know exactly where I'm going. I have no idea exactly what's going to happen in a year, in 10 years, but I know that what I need to do tomorrow.
Yes. And I can predict what could happen or what we could achieve within these 3 months.
Yeah.
So that feels more possible. And when you feel possible, then you feel excited and encouraged to take action, because you know that you will be able to feel the consequence of that at the end of the 3 months. And even if you don't achieve it, but then you try, and then you have some data that you can use to plan the next 12 weeks.
Exactly. You can decide, do I even actually want that I thought I wanted? Maybe not. And so then you can readjust. And then you have data. Yeah, you're working with data. You don't take it as personally. Because otherwise it's like, Yeah. You're making all these things, trying to guess what your purpose is and what you really want in life.
Yes.
And we don't actually know.
This has been huge on us because the way that we've been living life is not being patient enough. Well, first, not having this beginning and end very clearly. So then we know that we're starting here and we ended here, and then we're going to sit down and review what happened. But we have an idea of what we want, which is very broad, like you said, within like the next 5 years or how the life is going to be. And then we take action. We feel motivated maybe for the first few weeks, but then we start questioning it because we don't know. How do we know that this is the right path? And because we don't have like a deadline to produce something that is tangible, then we start maybe looking, I don't know, maybe we can try that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can live here.
Yeah.
And we've been flowing with that, and we call it following our heart, which is following our hearts, but it was missing something.
Yeah.
And I think what was missing is just having that period of time established, and then we just do.
Yeah.
Don't question. Just do it. It doesn't matter if it doesn't work out the first week, if you don't see result. Shut up and keep going.
Yeah.
And then at the end, we see the results. But at least there's one thing that will guarantee is that the action was taken, and we're going to have a result at the end of it. And then we can be less emotional about it.
Yeah.
And then decide with our heart if we want, what do we really want after seeing this data?
Yeah. 100%. Because that's just something I've always felt like I'm a mentally tough person in terms of like motivation to, do the hard things, to show up to work, to go to the gym or something. But what I didn't realize that always won me over were the doubts. The doubts that should I even be doing this?
Yes.
It's not about going to the gym or whatever it is.
Yes.
It's is this even the right thing to do?
It happened with us in Japan when I told you, I think we need to start our podcast.
Yeah.
And you were super excited and it was amazing. The first weeks you were like, oh my gosh, this is it. I love it. Those were your favorite days of the week when we filmed our podcast. Yeah. And we thought, okay, this is great. And that decision came from our heart. It wasn't rational. We didn't know what.
Yeah, it wasn't based on the statistics of how well podcasts
we didn't know
do.
what the podcast will become. We just knew that we had to start there. But then what happened? Then because we didn't have a goal within like a operational goal or like operational path with this dream, is that you start doubting. You start thinking, okay, but what are we even doing with this podcast? Are we going to sell something? Are we going to grow YouTube? Like, what is it? And then you start letting doubt come into our lives, and then we stop.
Yep.
And then we said, well, let's then just focus on
our personal brands. Let's try to figure this out.
Yeah. Drifting away. And that created a separation from us.
Yeah.
We were not aligned. And when you were saying before, when you were a few weeks pregnant, but we were not fully connected with the goal, I didn't know really how you were doing. And you didn't know what I was doing. You just saw me doing the basic stuff. You saw me working out, eating healthy, and sitting down to work so then we can get the money at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And then I saw you resting because you were pregnant, so I guess it's normal that she's sleepy. I saw you playing like video games on your phone, and I felt like great because now she's relaxed. She doesn't have to worry. She's not stressed. But I didn't really know everything that it was inside you during this phase. And as soon as we start connecting again for our vision, then I think that brought us even closer. Yeah. So having a vision together, it's, I think, the fastest and the most powerful way to align a relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's true. And it's funny that it carried on to everything, because it's not like I had to ask you for help with exercising.
No.
I
suggested to do the meal prep for dinner.
That's been great.
So then we can have more time to do our stuff.
Okay. Yeah. So practical things.
Practical things.
I'll share some of the things from first trimester that I've been loving is I completely lost interest in the gym, like heavy weightlifting. Oh man,
Wow.
it's raining. I hope is it really loud? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. So I totally had no interest in doing my heavy workouts anymore. And, but that, I'm grateful that I trusted myself in that. Actually, that's my number one lesson from this whole first trimester is really learning to trust myself. Trust myself, trust you, trust our team, and trust God. Trust the universe that we're being taken care of. But that, yeah, so I allowed myself to not want to exercise at all. And that led me to start to explore other things. And so I found some like prenatal workouts, these HIIT routines with weights.
First time, it's been a while that I haven't seen you coming back from the gym and you are showing me what you did. It's like, look, I did this. And I feel so strong and I was so cool. Like that never happened before in a long time. And I love that. It wasn't from me.
Yeah, I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, going back to yoga was amazing. And going to these HIIT things, they're like 30 minutes long, but they burn and I feel strong. I feel cool. And I see myself in the mirror doing like something. I'm like, oh, I look so athletic.
Yeah.
And that's so much fun. And
I have to say then for me, also the workout changed because before I was just lifting weights so then I can look in a certain way because I like looking like strong. But then now that we're aligned with the vision, I start feeling and realizing that I was super tired after my mornings because I was pushing it so hard with so much weight. And then I said, I don't need this. I need energy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start moving my body in a different way. And I start doing something similar to like a HIIT workout in shorter time. So then I can be home by a certain time to continue with our weekly planning.
Yeah. And not as exhausted.
And not as exhausted.
Yes.
And that gives me so much energy because it's like I feel accomplished.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm energized. And I feel like because of that, I'm more excited to keep going. It's not like, okay, let's go back to the gym because, that's who we are.
That's a perfect example that it's all because of the goal, really, that now we know that why we have that energy. Like we were feeling for months, actually, we were both feeling like tired.
Yeah.
Like really tired. And it's like, we didn't understand where from because we were sleeping well or, at the right times, eating well, exercising, getting sunlight, getting our steps, literally doing everything the right way.
Yeah.
But we had no like joie de vivre, like no energy for life.
Yes.
And so that goal thing has changed. And trusting ourselves, not just being like, you're weak, gotta keep going to the gym. But being like, maybe I need something new.
Yeah. That is just motivation. I have nothing against those videos, but I see my brother sending me those videos and he feels like, yes, this is what I needed, man. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to change what I'm doing. And he started taking boxing classes and then having to work more hours and not sleeping. Yeah. But then the week after that, he goes back to the same place because again, it wasn't a lack of motivation. It was a lack of alignment because when you are aligned, I think that you have unlimited power. Until you feel disaligned again, and then you just need to readjust. Yeah. But it's like keeping eyes on the prize, keeping the North Star, and when you lose sight of the North Star. Yeah. Distraction, sleeping more, video games.
It's the in between moments, really, that you just
exactly
you don't care about losing them because you don't care
value
about
your time
life.
as much. Yes.
Yeah. So even in cooking, like I was spending a lot of time cooking.
Yeah, you wanted to bake.
Yeah, I got in my sourdough. Growing my plants, doing all that.
Which I love it because now we have frozen tortillas. The best.
I have certain things that I meal prep regularly. Yeah. But we've got to meal prep. We've really simplified our meals, freed up so much time, and I've been enjoying it again. Like when I do cook, it's for fun. Yeah. Yes,
you do. But I think this is fascinating because I literally saw this meal prep video before we got realigned with our life. And I remember I shared that video to the group so then we can do it. but it wasn't enough. And once we decided that this is what the life that we're building, it's not that we decided meal prep right away. We continue with our habits, but then I saw we're spending a lot of time cooking every night and washing dishes. So what if I just meal prep for dinner and then you do breakfast and then boom, we have like 2 more hours in the day.
Yeah. And
Let's
by the
do
way, to clarify, this meal prep is JJ. We make like 6 kilos of ground beef, and
Like 9 sweet potatoes.
yeah, and for the week, 1 meal of the day for every week. And now I've just added, I'm doing chicken or eggs for the other one.
Yes,
So,
with
and
tortillas.
Yeah.
And that's it?
And that's it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And yogurt and granola in the morning.
I do make a lot of yogurt. We go through so much yogurt.
Yes.
Because when you're pregnant, you need to eat a lot of calcium because otherwise the baby's going to take it from you and your bones are going to break. So eat your calcium.
Eat your calcium. Eat your yogurt.
Yes. But but I like this a lot. I'm seeing that this, I think specifically the fact that we've done this and that we are doing this is why I'm not afraid that we are going to lose ourselves and lose our dreams.
No, I think it's the
having
opposite.
babies,
I think now we want to package this
Yeah.
into something that we can offer to our audience and our community. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah. And our kids, like I would love for my kids to grow up with knowing how to align themselves, right? And when they decide they want to do something, how to make it happen. Because how many kids, most of the days, like they have dreams and their parents are like, that's nice. Okay, but go to school. And then they go to school and then they just have to like follow instructions and they just spend their whole life just following these things, but there's no connection between you have a dream, you want to do this, and here's how you make it happen for yourself. And so
Okay,
that's
but don't get too
Okay.
in the future. We
All
still
right.
have like how many weeks? Like 13 weeks? 13?
fine.
Yes. So chill out, woman. Eat your yogurt.
Focus on these 12 weeks.
Yes.
Yogurt, 4 eggs. Trying to eat some more seafood.
I really like this interview.
Yeah.
More than the one in Spanish.
Really?
Maybe because you had more that you wanted to share.
Funny. Okay, I
You
kind
like
of
this-
like the Spanish one.
Really? Great.
I love it.
Talking about
Anyway,
alignment.
everyone, you need to learn both languages because they are completely different.
What?
The subjects. Even if we start with like the same question,
Oh,
they end
yeah.
up being completely different conversations.
Yes. I'm glad we're doing it no matter
Yeah.
what. Thanks for suggesting doing it right away.
Yeah.
This is like 2 hours of filming. So it's all about the yogurt.
Yeah.
Thank you, love. Would you like to end this with a final call or invitation or something?
No, just grateful for you. Grateful for these times. Thank you guys so much for being here with us as we explore, because we don't have all the answers. We don't have a formula for this. We're just trying to share from our hearts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I want to say that none of us have all the answers and all of us have all the answers. You have your own answers. You just you will find your answer. Yeah. Okay, mi amor.
okay.
I love you.
Thank
I
you,
think we need to
Cesar.
eat because Cesar has been here for 2 hours filming and I know he's hungry. He wants to eat. Okay, love. See you next time.